Coach, as a head coach of an NFL franchise that's had the success you guys have had, for some teams, I mean, it's a chore. I mean, they've got a lot of spots to fill. Obviously, you guys, you've got a lot of work to do. How do you approach it? I mean, is it, I don't want to call it enjoyable, but I mean, it is your love when you do it. So it's a little more enjoyable, I guess I'd say, when you're coming off a Super Bowl run.
Well, it is. I mean, but again, the pressure's on because of the situation that we're in. I mean, we lost Josh Norman, obviously, to free agency. And the key now is that do we have to replace him, and how high do you replace him? So, again, like I said, we feel this is a very strong draft in terms of defensive back position. We feel it's a very strong at defensive line and very strong at offensive line. So we're going to look at all those. And for the most part, again, it really depends on how Davis set the board and how things unfold as those draft picks are made in front of us.
Well, and I'll add this, I know it's not really a draft question, but when you really look at this thing, it's going to be tough to make this squad. You've got 6 picks, but the squad coming back from last year was, in the Super Bowl. It's going to be tough no matter where these guys fall out to be able to make this squad because you have so much depth at so many different positions.
Well, one of the things that Dave said to everybody when we first got started this year is, guys, we feel really good about where we are. We do like our depth. We do like our squad. We're not drafting these guys to cut these guys. We're drafting the guys to have them become part of our team by earning their way onto the team. So it's going to be interesting how it all unfolds. It's going to be interesting how we get into OTAs, mini camps, and then into training camp to see, exactly where these guys do fit. But we feel very comfortable having 6 picks. Feel very confident in the board right now. We've had a lot of great discussions. This morning, Wednesday morning, I thought Dave and I and Brandon Bean and the rest of the staff had a real nice conversation in terms of where we're headed.
And Coach, a lot of folks at home haven't had a chance to hear from you since the Super Bowl. First off, I guess with the boys back in the office or back working out, it's got to be good to see them. It seems like the locker room's in a good frame of mind. And with a couple of months to look back, I'd have to assume the wound will never heal, but it's healing. Does that make sense? Is that fair to say?
What are you talking about?
Well, losing the Super Bowl.
Well, I'm sorry. I moved on already. Yeah. No,
good.
The thing that's been interesting about the whole thing, Chuck, really has been, the way people have approached and talked to me about it, just like you're asking. And the truth of the matter is, I've watched that game about 6 or 7 different times in its entirety. I've seen offense, the defense, special team side, and I've looked at things and my approach to it is we're going to learn from this. And we're going to get better from this. And we're going to take everything we learn and we're going to use it going into this season and on. And I really feel good about that because it was tough. It really was. And it stung. And it stung no more on Cam's face than anybody else's in that locker room. But the thing that's really important and most certainly I think is the thing that we have to understand is take it, use it, learn from it, grow from it, become better. I pointed right to Denver to our team and told those guys, hey, on that field, 2 years ago, that team got whacked in the Super Bowl, and look at them today. So there's no reason we can't do what they've done.
You can watch more exclusive Panthers TV programming on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Check out Facebook TWC Sports Channel NCSC.